All right, picking up where we left off, just created my door and window. I'm in my 3D mode. I could go back to my level 1 view on our project browser. Just double click level 1. And now I could go ahead and do things like adding a floor. So when I come here, it's the architectural tab. And when I scroll over, I will see that there is a floor. I click on the floor one time. And where it has our modify space here, I'm going to choose to the right of our boundary line. There's just a line tool. So I click on that one time, and I'm just going to go ahead and choose my endpoints. So I'll click once here in the upper left. I'll go to the right, becomes a square again. I'll click there one time. I'm going to go straight down until it becomes a square. Click another time. Becomes a square again. And then I have to connect it there. So one thing that's very important, you will notice that all my lines connect. If your lines do not connect, it will not create a floor. They have to be in a closed loop. So now that I have that closed rectangle, I could hit the green check mark, and you'll see that this highlighted blue. And right now from our level 1 view, it doesn't look like anything, but if I go back to my 3D view, you could see that I do have my floor here. And when I click on that floor, right now it's just a generic floor. I could click on that properties, and I could change it so that it looks like something. So I could choose this, something that's like a wood finish. So I'm going to choose that. Now again, that doesn't really look all that different to you. It looks different now when you look at the top view. You could see these as wood planks. In a later video, I'll show you the graphics so that we could see things in color. But right now, we're going to go back and continue to make a ceiling and a roof. So I'm going to go back to that level 1. And just like I did before, I'm going to choose a ceiling this time instead of floor. And when I click on ceiling, you'll notice this time I didn't have my red and green check. It said automatic ceiling. So we will go ahead and instead of that, we could go ahead and just choose sketch ceiling. And once we hit sketch ceiling, we could go ahead and use that line tool again. Or because this is a perfect rectangle, I could use the rectangle tool. So I'll show you how to do it creating the rectangle tool because this is a perfect rectangle. In that case, I could choose my square once and then choose the opposite corner, click again, and now you'll notice my pink lines formed a rectangle. It's a closed loop. I should be able to hit my green check, and that would create my ceiling. So I could go back to my 3D view and give it a look. So now you could see that there's my ceiling there. I no longer could see my floor because the ceiling is there covering it. Lastly, I'll go back to level 1, and we will go ahead and create a roof. So next to the ceiling, to the left of it, there is a roof. And I'll choose that I'm having it on level 2. That's fine. I could choose yes. And because it's a rectangle, I could choose our rectangle tool. Now, when you have a roof, generally there's an overhang. So I'm not going to create it right where my wall is, but I'm actually going to have it off so it overhangs so that if it's raining, it's not going to drip straight down on the walls. So here I didn't measure out. I could, but I just eyeballed it and just create one so that it will have an overhang. So I'll click. I have my closed loops of my rectangle. I'll hit my green check. And again, from level 1, I don't see anything, but if I click on my home button, I see, there you go, there is my roof. So if you ever wanted to hide things, I'll show you how to go ahead and hide an element. If you click on our roof and it's highlighted, we could go down to the very bottom and there are glasses. And when we click on the glasses, we could hit hide element or hide category. If you hide the element, it's just hiding that one. If you hit hide category, it will hide like all the roofs. So because I only have one, I'm just going to choose hide element. And I also could choose to hide like a single wall. So again, I clicked on the wall, and this time I'm going to hit hide category because now it's going to hide all of my walls. So now all my walls are hidden, my roof is hidden, and now we're just looking at our door, window, ceiling, and floor. So now I could go ahead and kind of see all of them. And if you want to have those back, I find those glasses again, click on them, and then I hit the reset temporary hide isolate. And once it reset, I have my room back. All right, last video, I'll show you how to add some furniture and change the display to color.